Welcome back to Gals and Goblins. I am your Goblin Master, Jared Voswinkle, and joining me today are, I don't know, what order do I usually go in? Lily Percifield.
Sawyer Cinderfoot. Are we there yet?
Maddie Lamb.
Morgan Star, leader of the Dance of Flames.
Huh?
Because I did the little bonfires under the feet last time.
Well,
I had to
Okay.
I knew I was gonna have to
That's pretty good.
explain it.
Campbell Duffy.
Esta of House Ruidon. Now with 7 new animal companions and a -2 to animal handling.
No, what could go wrong?
Yeah, especially in this episode. Olivia Rose McCain.
Baines, knock knock,
Who's there?
Oh my God.
Bartram.
Who's Bertram?
Bartram.
Don't you heard who's Bertram?
Bartram has no eyes and no brother. Haha.
Damn. That is a perfect
I don't
start.
remember who killed. Thank you.
Last time on the Gals and the Goblins, you guys started your journey to Lorelai Village with the help of Pelagius, a young fish boy from Lorelai. You helped out a small traveler who needed someone to hand him some toilet paper, and in return, he gave y'all some gifts, the sovereign glue and the bag of tricks. After that, you guys encountered a crying troll by the name of Bertram, and then his older brother Burton, who on the back of him was Dirty Dan. You guys offended Dirty Dan by calling him smelly, even though he had a bunch of cologne on and didn't take showers a lot.
He is smelly.
He was smelly. You guys killed Burton, killed Dirty Dan, blinded.
In self-defense.
Yes, in self-defense. Blinded Bertram, and then he ran off into the woods, crying.
Oops.
And
Daisies.
after that,
He lost his eyes.
Yes, tear ducts are still there.
we ended our session, and that is where we are now. Bertram just ran off into the forest, but you continue on your journey. You continue on your journey to Lorelai Village with Pelagius. You guys walk through the forest with Pelagius guiding you until you get to a break in the trees. You step foot onto the beach, and a strange feeling passes through your mind as you could have sworn as you were going through the forest that the sun was out. It didn't seem like there were a lot of clouds in the sky, but as you look up, you see that there are actually tons of dark clouds in the sky. To your right is just more beach and coastline, while to your left is a very large cliff that creates an archway over the beach, so it kind of looks like a doorway. And then Pelagius looks at the archway, and he's like, we gotta go that way. And then he takes off running.
Whoa, Big P, slow down.
Let's race.
He's hauling ass. Give me an athletics check.
Okay.
Or acrobatics.
Sawyer,
Or
Everybody?
dex.
Sawyer sets off
Sawyer said you wanted to race. If you want to race him.
I don't want to race.
Beat him by flipping them.
I got a 13. So
He got an 18 on the dice.
Holy shit.
And I'm just going to keep that like flat. So Big P kind of kicks your ass. He
Zooming.
On Big P.
I see you, Big P.
yeah, you know, I'm pretty used to running on the sand.
Yeah, you're a pro.
You guys get
To know
to
when he's not trapped in a bag.
this archway. Give me perception checks.
I got an 11.
I got a 19 on the die, but that's a I got a 17.
You can also add insight if you want. So perception or insight, I'll say that.
It's going to be a 4 for me.
4.
All right.
17 is
17's pretty
Better
good.
than 4.
Sawyer, as you were running up to this thing, you realize that there's something hanging off this cliff. You notice that it looks like the air that comes off of the middle of this kind of archway. It has some kind of mass to it. It's like a silvery veil. As you guys are looking through it, the three of you, so Esta, Morrigan, and Beans, you guys just see more beach, but Sawyer sees a glimpse of like a stick in the sand or a torch, and sometimes maybe even like a humanoid figure further down the beach through this kind of
Through the
silvery
veil.
veil. Yeah.
Can you guys see that?
The beach?
No, through the archway. There's people in there. Or there's, I don't know, it's like they had some sort of campsite set up, but then they ditched it or something.
I am only seeing sand.
There's a sort of veil hanging down. Does anybody know any good answers to riddles or anything? It seems like it might be the time for that.
I think that just might be the village. You might be able to see the village there. So basically, what we're going to do is we all need to hold hands. And then
Done.
Beans and Sawyer are already holding hands.
Who holds Pelagius's hand?
Sawyer will take his other hand.
Okay, he grabs your hand.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be a sore. She's trying so hard not to be a sore loser about the race.
He's
like
feeling really good.
New Year's resolution.
He's standing up straighter.
Beans
because
is
of
like
the-
opening and closing his hand is like an offering, but you can just hear how sticky it is when he opens it.
I go and grab Beans' wrist.
No, Big P said hands.
Yeah,
I
you
distinctly
gotta
heard the word hand.
you gotta grab the hands. You have to. That's just
Sawyer
how it
looks
works.
down at her own hand.
Morgan slides her hand up from his wrist very limply and is like,
That's what I like to see.
oh.
I take Morgan's hand.
Got the easy way out, did ya?
Pelagius looks at you all. All right, just hang on to each other, and we can make it through. Pelagius starts to lead y'all through this veil, and as you go through, the first thing you feel is the cold. And it feels as though you are walking through the coldest water you've ever felt. You feel your clothes get weighted down, almost like you just can't move anymore. Give me insight checks.
Big P, you're not tricking us, are you?
You say that, and it you look around you, and you can't see anybody else.
Oh, Beans is alone again.
I got a 3.
Got a 9.
Can't see
A
anything in here.
You guys can't hear anybody else talk right now.
15.
15. What'd you get, Mark?
A 9.
Esta, as you are holding on to everyone's hands, you can still kind of tell that you're moving. You get the for sure feeling that if you let go of Morrigan's hand, you will not know where you are. And you feel yourself traveling through this veil
That's creepy.
until you hear is the sound of the waves on the beach again. Your clothes are dry again, and you can feel the sun kissing your cheeks, and you can hear voices off in the distance, and even some water lapping up the sides of boats. You open your eyes, and you see a humble village before you. There are 8 wooden huts made out of wood and some palm trees, leaves, and there's a large building kind of in the center, in the middle of the village, but it's right on the edge of the water on the beach.
Beans, have I ever told you how much I love your sticky, sticky hands?
No, I don't think they're sticky. That's how they normally sound.
I meant your firm grip.
Oh, yes, that
Yes.
makes sense. I've been training for years, you know.
Yeah. Oh, it's its birth.
Grip of steel. Yes, from birth. What a humble little village in front of us. Don't
Yeah,
you
this
think?
is nice.
You kind of look more into this village, and you can see more fish folk like Pelagius. On the docks, you can see a couple, probably 3, pulling in the day's catch. But then you kind of see that the rest of the village is abandoned, except for at this large building in the middle, where there's a large gathering of people who are carrying harpoons and nets and kind of other pitchforks and stuff. They are all kind of grumbling and talking to this one fishfolk woman who stands above them all, who has she's wearing these nets that have shells on them. She has really a very long tail that comes off of her head, and she looks older than the rest. But past them, you see several huts going up, and you see some more girls y'all's age who look like they're getting situated into these huts, and that's all you see. What do y'all do?
Big P, we better find your family. They must be worried sick.
Yeah, I think they might be there over with the other group. They look pretty angry, though. I hope that we didn't upset them or anything like that.
Big P, maybe make grand announcement that you're coming, that you've arrived.
I that sounds. Could you do it for me? I don't want to shout or anything.
I pick Big P up under his little armpits,
Oh.
and I hold him up, and I go, "Hello, we found your baby."
You see immediately. Give me a charisma check.
Baby! There he is!
Did you lose something?
What about this baby?
No.
God damn it. Maybe it's not their baby.
Was it?
Negative failure.
You guys see this big crowd.
Negative.
Wait, what did I say?
You said negative failure.
Critical failure.
There you go,
Negative.
babe.
It was even worse. You guys see this crowd of angry fish people look over and see
All of them are just like.
their lost child basically in the arms of this stranger, and they all like kind of like start shouting and like run over to y'all until they surround you all.
I put him down on the floor.
Hey,
I put my hands up.
Big Pete, tell them that we are friends.
Tell them
Big
we
Pete.
saved you, Big Pete.
Where did you find this? Where did you find him?
Hey,
Hey, yo,
See,
I found him in a barbarian's little sack thing.
that is. Never mind. I just don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, they were kidnapping him for ransom.
We
you-
saved him.
We're from Frog. We're headed to Frogmont.
Frogmont.
We're trying anyway.
They should have
And
already
an
been here.
outcat?
We got lost.
Yeah, we were running late.
Our bus got attacked.
Somebody give me a persuasion check. Just one person.
It
all
should
true.
not be me. Well, you still have to
Oh,
persuade.
I think I have a.
And you can get the help action from someone.
Oh,
All
I'll
right.
give you help.
Are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with a different dice this time though.
Okay. And roll with advantage.
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 Because yeah, you're getting the help action from everyone else.
Sawyer's looking really innocent and rosy cheeked next to you.
What do you
Beans is looking with big little cat eyes.
Oh yeah, that's a 22.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
A voice from behind everyone say, "Stop! Stop! Don't you just see they have Pelagius? They saved him!" And the crowd parts, and you see like a young couple fish folk who are like the same colors as Pelagius. They run up and they kneel down and they hug the little fish boy.
Little guy.
And you see like the older fish woman who was talking to the crowd earlier walks over. She has like a large staff and she like puts her hand up and waves everyone off. And she looks at you all and says like, "How did you find this young boy? Where was he? What happened?"
Yeah, so crazy story. So we walked into this tavern after our outcat got like totally hit on by this like night guy. Anyway, so there was these
Hit
barbarians
on? What?
attacked. Anyway, so
okay.
there
Is that not what hit on means?
No, we our
Obviously.
culture might be a little different. We consider that like flirting.
attacked. Anyway, our outcat got attacked.
gross.
So we like had to jump out of the outcat, and then we ran into this little tavern guy thing where there was these barbarians and they were being really loud. But then I was like, well, we gotta find Lorelai Village. So I started talking to them, and then I found that there was this little bad guy, and we found there was this little bad guy that was like a little squirmy, and I was like, what is that? And so we got in a fight with the barbarians, ran them all off, and then we opened the bag and found Pelagius.
And then we brought them here.
She looks at you all, just very confused by this group of silly little young women, and she looks at all of you in the eyes and says, like, "You are all very fine people. Thank you so much for saving our young Pelagius. He is," she looks at Pelagius, "very important to our people." And she says, "And you are supposed to go with the Frogmont."
Yep, that's us.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to say, but you're late. And as she says that, you guys see a large anthropomorphic hippopotamus woman running down the beach with a clipboard in hand who is going like, hello. And as she's seeing like the crowd circle you all and like point spears at you, and now they're walking away, and she gets to y'all and says, okay, Frogmont, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Names.
Esta.
Esta, and she like looks at the list. She checks it off. Look, you.
Morgan Star. 'Cause I'm a
Morgan.
star.
Yes. Okay. Wonderful. And you?
Sawyer Cinderfoot.
Oh,
You might know
Cinderfoot.
my mom and my grandma and
Yes.
my great grandma.
And your sister.
Yes.
Yes. Wonderful.
That's a lot. Sawyer.
And you, young lady,
Beans is
Miss Ma'am.
sweating.
who are
Beans.
Beans? I don't have a Beans on the list. Did you forget to send in your official admission?
Yes, I'm not sure. My parents handled that, so maybe they forgot. Silly
Okay, young
them.
It might be. Do you have Beans is a nickname, right? So They might need your formal name for the list.
Oh yeah, I mean if we have
Well,
your
Beans is my
government-
formal name.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Give me. I was gonna say give me a charisma check, but the Sawyer was gonna help you, but then that takes away the advantage. So you just have roll flat,
can't
adding your charisma.
Stupid.
Charisma check.
That was a real
to convince her.
possibility.
Then
10. She is
what
like,
name? I would have had to come up with another name. That's the problem.
you see this tall hippopotamus woman. She goes, okay, well, seeing as you helped these 3 save this young boy, we shall let you participate in our festivities, and maybe we can try to do some kind of admission thing. But you seem a fine young woman. Would you like to go to school?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Beans is Frogmont material if I've ever met some.
Yeah.
Oh, well, alrighty then. I'm sure we can arrange some things.
Good.
All right. Well,
Work nice.
you see that she furrows her brow and looks at the clipboard, looks back over at the huts, and then turns to y'all and says, it has been several hours since we believed you were supposed to show up. We had a certain amount of huts, and 2 groups did not show up, you and another one. And
Ruh-roh.
we decided, with some convincing of the other girls, to use the extra wood and palm trees for those huts for our bonfire pile tonight. And as you look over, you guys see a giant pile of wood and palm trees that are like covered in oils and stuff. And then she turns back around and says, so we will have to find other accommodations for you. She looks over at the fishwoman and she says, Elder Sorry, do you have any kind of housing for our lost students tonight? Give me quick perception checks real quick.
This is just like the Cinderfoot camping trip 5 years ago.
22.
22. Okay, Morrigan, you're going to see something.
21.
You guys, as she was talking about the bonfire and some other stuff, you guys kind of like hear, this is mid conversation. You notice this. You guys kind of like catch out of the corner of your eyes another group kind of walking down the beach. And it doesn't really seem like it's a big thing right now. You just kind of notice that she was talking about another group was missing. And it seems like this is another group. And I'll say, Morrigan, you got a 22, right? I'll give you this. You saw them wave goodbye to a troll who looked like he had some like messed up eyes.
Shit.
And so you tune back into the conversation, and this school Frogmont official is talking to Elder Sorry, and Elder Sorry goes, she gestures further into the village onto this hill that's at the back. She goes, well, we do have a small cottage available that a small family was going to move in soon. They could certainly live there. Unless y'all would like to spend time in old fish boy's shack over there. And you guys
No.
look over and you guys see like on the water, like half drowned is this shack that like has like holes in the roof. And I'll say, Morrigan, as you saw Elder Sorry gesture to the cottage up there and then gesture to the shack, the group that you saw wave goodbye to the trolls makes a break for the cottage, and they start sprinting
Morgan
towards the cottage.
gets ready and she's like, all right, everybody, we're going to
Sawyer follows her as fast as she can, doesn't look back.
Wait, where are you going?
the cottage.
Beans waits and is like, I think we shall take the cottage.
Elder Sorry looks at this hippopotamus woman and says, Miss Gray, do you know what they're going? They seem very eager to get to the cottage. And then Miss Gray says, oh, I believe that is the other group that is trying to get to the cottage. Give me dex checks real quick to see how quick y'all move towards this cottage.
That's a 14.
I got a 10. I think we're the only two.
Oh, okay. I was
You
like,
see one of them kind of stayed, like she didn't know what was going on. Like you see that she's a small dwarf, but she still has like a light beard. And then you kind of see like a very tall elf who is like jogging behind this halfling who is like sprinting up the hill as fast as she can. She got an 18. She gets to the cottage first, opens the door, and like throws her bag into
Can I
the
tackle
door.
her?
Make a strength check.
Hello, Miss School Official, ma'am. I mean,
yes.
I think because we told you first that we wanted cottage, we get, as they say, first dibs, huh?
Yes, I do believe that. That, but I guess we'll just have to figure it out. We can definitely have a conversation with the other group of maybe like a finders keepers, or if we want to do we can share the cottage. I certainly don't want anyone sleeping in the fish boys shack, I believe it was.
Oh, I was gonna say I think that looks nice for them.
Oh, okay.
Well, they just look like they got some smaller guys than we do. Coming from a smaller.
Oh no, that's very true. How'd you do on the tack?
I got a 16.
16. Okay, let me see what she.
Didn't we just prevent like a
threw
war
that.
party here? And now we're going to do finders keepers
maybe
for
elder.
the cottage?
She got a
Elders,
12.
Elder. Elder.
Sorry.
Elder Miss Ma'am. I think maybe you should give us cottage because we brought Big P back. Say.
You see
That's what
Elder
Esther's trying to
Sori
say.
has like a light in her eyes, and she starts like walking up the hill as you guys see Morrigan tackle this
Not
halfling.
looking good up there.
Can I use Mage Hand to push her bag off the bed that she's trying to claim?
Yeah, sure.
That's empty.
Yeah.
I killed 2 men to get here.
You guys. Wait.
no, I didn't. I'm not going to tell you what I did. Never mind. Keep going.
Okay, that's scary. You tackle this halfling, and you see Elder Story's like walking up, and also like the rest of the village is like kind of coming to see what's going on.
I'm gonna swap my bag in for the spot that it was on.
Sawyer is like in the cottage, like switching the bags.
Sawyer, they'll find there's keepers.
Finders keepers.
And then, oh, goodness gracious, this is crazy.
Losers weepers.
The elf, that really tall elf who was like slowly jogging behind, catches up and is like, "Excuse me, I think I believe my friend got there first."
Not if you get tackled on the doorstep. It doesn't count.
You see the halfling underneath you is like, "Get the fuck off me!" And like tries to shove you off, and she's gonna make a strength check.
Yeah, baby.
She got a
Whenever
2.
you're ready.
As I walk up behind like the group up the hill, can I use prestidigitation to lets me make a color, small marker, symbol appear on an object or a surface for an hour. I'm gonna use it to engrave our names on all 4 beds.
Slay.
Is there like an area of effect that has
10 feet?
10 feet. I'll say you get 2 beds. You get 2 names on there.
I get
Are there 4 beds?
Esther, maybe
Yeah, there's 4 beds.
carve
but
Beans'
only
name
4?
in there.
Yeah, and also it's like you get into this cottage. It's like a nice cottage. It's like very cozy. So you are hustling with this halfling, the dwarf, or what's Bean? What are you doing?
I'm heading with the group.
Okay, you
I'm
see
bringing up the rear.
the dwarf who is with like the group that just walked in, walks over to you. Hi, I am Sapphire, and she reaches out her hand.
Hello, I am Beans.
She grabs your hand. She's like, "Oh, that's quite a nice grip you got there.
Thank you.
Very nice." And sorry about my friends who ran up the hill.
I'm also going to apologize for my crazy friends, but
Yeah.
we did. I'm not. This is not brag, but
Oh,
we
okay.
did bring back the village's lost, really important child. So
Oh.
that's kind of why we think that we should get the cottage, and it was being offered to us. But
That might have been like a bonus on the first quest because, well, we actually, whenever we encountered the trolls, we actually made friends with one of them, and
Blind one?
I think what.
Oh, sorry, I'm not in this
right.
conversation.
but also don't bring it up.
No, but we made friends with him, and I don't know if that affects our grade very much, but
Right?
yes.
Oh, this is like test.
Well, no, before you get to Lorelai Village, our bus driver told us, well, we were on an airship. He told us that once we get dropped, that's where our grade begins, and you're going to encounter some things, and that it kind of affects how it is, and there might be a curve, there might not.
Yeah.
So,
no.
how did you do with the trolls?
We did very well.
Oh,
I
that's
think we
delightful.
will get top marks for violence and aggression.
Oh, the top notch. Did you kill him?
We did kill one.
Oh,
And then the other one, I don't know who in the group did it, but very
Yeah.
aggressively ripped his eyeballs out.
Oh,
Blinded.
that's very dangerous.
I
quite
know,
violent.
and we did it, and we came clean, and did you guys bring a little fish boy back?
No, we didn't get to that
Oh.
part. We kind of got to that building, and
The tavern?
I believe we didn't go inside because, my friend Igneous, she just wanted to go into the woods, and you guys have made it to the cottage by this point.
Sawyer
walking
has
up.
shaped her mage hand into an L, and she's like showing it at the losers. And she's sticking her tongue out at them.
I'm already unpacking and like making my bed, and I'm like the bed that I've claimed is like covered in like Esta, and it's
You're,
like
hanging from
gold
those
filigree.
canopies,
I've hung a canopy, yeah.
Me and the other girl are definitely still wrestling.
Yeah,
Like,
you are still wrestling with the halfling.
there's still people in the cottage, and we're still wrestling on the doorstep.
You hear the voice of the elder say, girls, stop. And then you hear like a staff hitting like the wood of the cottage. Give me a wisdom save.
All of us?
No, just Morrigan.
Oh. Sawyer's mage hand like goes behind her back.
Oh, that's a 15.
You aren't affected by this, but you see that this halfling gets like pushed off of you and like you basically get separated. And at this point, Miss Gray, the hippopotamus, is standing there, the elder is standing there, and like the entire village is standing there. And you can kind of hear like the villagers are like saying something underneath their breath, like they're chanting something, and it sounds like the elder looks at Miss Gray and then looks at all of you and says, it seems like we have a decision that needs to be made, a discrepancy that needs to be solved. I suggest Nore Lingue. And you see like the village erupts and they erupts into chants of like Nore Lingue, Nore Lingue.
Hey, sounds good to me, you know?
And the village
Oh, what the hell's that?
yeah, you see like
Norway
Ruby
Lingue.
is like, oh, I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means there?
Oh, it must
No,
be like
but-
your sport around here.
Well, no, but I'm up for anything, you know, because I've trained my whole life for anything.
You see the halfling that you were wrestling is like, fuck. And
I go,
then
hey, babes, we just had a great time. You know what that means?
she like punches you in the shoulder. And as
That's
she like
fair.
punches you, you guys all get like, all 7 of you all, because there's 3 of them, 4 of y'all, get grabbed up by the villagers and lifted onto their shoulders and carried down the hill to the docks.
Morgan's
where-
like partying it up on some guy's shoulder, like, woo!
and they're all shouting, Nore Lingue, Nore Lingue, Nore Lingue.
Beans
And then
is like clinging to one of their heads like a terrified
Yeah,
cat.
the elder walks in front of y'all and then walks out onto the deck and then reaches her hand out, and everything gets very silent. It feels like the ocean cools for a little bit and calms down, and the seagulls that were in the background stop squawing. And as you see her hand over the ocean, and these vibrations start coming out from like deep within the ocean and vibrating towards y'all, and then y'all see these tiny little waves coming towards you, and the waves are getting bigger and bigger until all of a sudden these giant fish like jump out of the ocean and then like crash back in, and then all the villagers start shouting like Nore Lingue, Nore Lingue. And then the elder turns to look at you guys and says, how do we fancy a fish race? And
Oh, fuck yeah!
And so fucking lovely.
you guys
Like, Morgan doing her muscles, like,
Yeah.
she's like, let's fucking go!
I'm gonna race these fish so hard.
It's gonna be so good!
Beans is looking a little skeptically at the water and is like, yeah, fish race.
Get your head in the game, Beans.
My head is in game.
Let's go!
you guys are all getting like hyped and stuff, and
Yeah.
How different are they from horses?
I'm sure they're the same exact thing, you know?
Equestrian.
Just grip with the thighs, you'll be good.
the villagers like jump into the ocean, and like the fish like come pull up, and
They pull up.
Like cars.
they have like reins that they put on the fish, and then they fashion these kind of like sleds on the back of them. So the way it works is like there's reins on the fish, and then there's like the little sled behind them, so you would be effectively like wake surfing behind the fish. And give me insight checks into just like what's going on.
Got a 7.
5.
I got a 12.
13.
Okay. you guys kind of notice that the other girls like do not look super excited about this as y'all are. They are really hoping that they could just sneak into the cottage. You see the villagers are getting the stuff situated. A couple other people from Lorelai Village fashion themselves onto these like sleds. You guys are getting all prepped. You guys are getting into your sleds. Is there anything you guys want to do to prep this? You guys like effectively can have like a team huddle right now.
I'm going to say, okay, team, we got it. Beans, water might not be your element, but you've been training your whole life. I know you can do this. And I'm going to give you a bardic.
Fuck yeah.
We got nothing left.
What crazy idea. This is roller derby style, yes?
Roller derby!
The elder looks at you guys and says like, we don't condone a lot of violence happening. Nothing lethal. If you want to like throw a spell or something like that, just try to do it secretly.
Morgan goes, what about a little fire? And like produces a little flame in her hand.
The elder has like joined y'all's group huddle, and she's like, that might be a little deadly. Look, I'm just trying to help you guys out because you guys saved Pelagius here. I'm trying to give y'all the benefit of the doubt. I think you guys deserve that cottage. What was that?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bean just turned
Sawyer
around
pushes like the hilt of her sword like deeper into the, like she's not going to use
if
it.
you guys could do like a peace tie on those or something like that, like that'd be cool.
Morgan takes all 4 of her knives and just starts peace tying them.
No offense, man, but how do you peace tie these? I'll put them away.
Oh, thank you. We fish are actually terrified of cats, so
Oh,
I'm so sorry about that.
it's okay.
That feels.
I'm abandoning you, Beans. Sawyer, you are our only hope.
Sorry, Beans, the stereotypes aren't always true.
This feels a little wrong, but I'll just take it. It's okay. Hang on. Oh no, you're still here?
Yeah. I was going to explain.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
the
go.
game? Yeah, let's do it.
You guys, is that okay? Do you seem like you had something to say?
No,
Have we found fishes?
I want to talk about secrets with them, but you go first.
Okay, I will tell you my thing, and then you guys can say secrets.
Thank you.
Okay, so the way this is going to work, it is a race of 480 feet. Each round, there's going to be 6 rounds. Each round, your lingue, your fish, is going to move 80 feet. Each round, you're going to do an animal handling check. I'll tell you the DC whenever we get there. If you pass, you get to go a little bit further. If you pass even greater, you get to go a lot further. If you fail, you go slower. If you fail a lot, you go way slower.
You go backwards.
There will also maybe be some things that happen during the race that might distract your fish or knock your fish off the course. But basically, you're going to go try to get first one to get 480 feet. It's not going to be like an initiative thing. It's just going to be like a round. You all go. We see how fast we move and that business. All right. Does that make any sense? Any more questions about the rules or anything else I could do for y'all?
No, I think we got it.
So spells are not allowed, and I wink.
In front of your administration, I would suggest maybe trying to make it appear that it is a fair race.
Yeah, I think we can win this fair and square, guys. And then Sawyer's going to turn to the crowd, and she's going to start a cheer. Smoother than the sand, rougher than the sea. We're going to make it to victory. And I'm going to try to get the crowd to
Give me a
cheer.
performance check.
Okay.
Smoother than the sand.
Sand is coarse.
Sand the sea.
Sand is pretty coarse.
We are going.
No, it's whatever.
victory.
Victory!
Performance or persuasion?
Performance.
12.
12. You see Pelagius is up there in the front. He's like, yeah. But
That's our little fan.
This one's for you, Big P.
yeah, go Sawyer. You see he's pretty hyped up, but you don't get any bonuses. You might maybe try again in the middle of the race to see what happens. But anyway, the elder goes back to you and says, yeah, so try to keep it fair, but if you need to try whatever. I will say, if you try something, I won't hold them back from trying anything else. It might just be kind of no holds barred at the end of there. Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
Well,
Hands in, everybody.
Well, wait. You wanted a secret? She
yeah,
puts her hands over. She doesn't have ears. She just kind of has holes in her head. She puts fingers in her holes and it goes like.
Okay. 2 things. One, is that glue any helpful in this situation? Can we glue the fish together or something to make us ultra fast? I don't know.
It has to set for a minute.
This is a lot of rounds.
Well, we could stall.
It's 8 rounds, babes. 6
Anyway,
rounds?
second thing. Okay. We'll talk more in depth later, but apparently we were getting graded on the quest we went on with the trolls. So just think about that. This could be grade. So
Do really good.
do a lot of
spells.
It up, everyone.
All right, I'm ready. We're ready.
Okay, now can we do hands in?
Woo!
Do we need a team name?
Yeah, everybody say our team name on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Team
Barbarian
The beans.
Wonderful. You guys get situated onto your fish.
Can I reach over to Sapphire?
Sapphire, yeah, that was
Reach
the
over
dwarf.
and say, good luck.
Oh, thank you very much. That grip there again is very nice.
I look at the halfling and I go, see you on the other side.
She flips you off.
That would be a ding in my grade book. Am I right, teachers? Anyway.
Miss Gray, write something down.
Oh.
Okay, you guys are on this fish. You guys are in the water.
What color is my fish?
Oh, I was about to ask that.
Actually, okay, there's
That was the third secret I
here.
wanted to say.
So this is a
I was
side
gonna
note.
say, can I look for a puffer fish?
This is I'm taking these from the snail races in Wild Beyond the Witchlight. These are their names. I'm just gonna take the snail names. Shelly Moo, who's pink. Nimblefoot is blue.
Mine.
High Road is purple. Quickleaf is green. Flower Flash is yellow. Whizzy is orange.
Whizzy.
And Breakneck is red. And Queen's Majesty is black.
I got flower flash.
Is okay, and you're yellow.
I'm yellow.
I'm Wizzy.
Whizzy is it orange.
I'm Greenleaf. Or
Green.
Who was it?
Quickleaf
Quickleaf.
green.
What was blue named?
Blue was Nimblefoot.
Nimblefoot.
Well, or we'll go Nimblefin.
Nimblefin.
Yeah, that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
Okay.
Snail does have a foot.
Not the fish. Let's go, Wizzy.
1.
I look at the little collar that's obviously on this fish, and I see his name tag, and I go, this one's Wizzy. What's yours guys' names?
I got flower flash.
Nimblefin.
Don't worry, I'll read yours.
Green.
It says Quickleaf.
Ah, yeah, Quickleaf. And
wanna
I like pat him on the, when you like pat a horse or like a dog. Wait, what was it again?
Are they all the same
Quickly.
kind of fish?
Oh, no, Quickleaf.
No. What kind of fish do you have? Name
Wizzy
them.
is a marlin, the fastest fish in the sea.
Quickleaf is a largemouth bass.
In the ocean?
Yeah, and he's like through the water.
I've got a giant yellow goldfish.
I was gonna say I have a giant blue beta fish.
That's perfect for Esta.
Yeah.
Quickleaf is just like he
Oh,
looks
no,
like
I'm
the bass
changing
that you
mine.
see on the wall.
I'm changing mine. Okay. It's a catfish. That was funnier. So.
Okay, you guys see a little Lorelai person row out onto a boat, and he holds up a
their eggs
red
out.
shell, and then he holds up a yellow shell, and then the elder from like her staff blasts a green blast of energy. All right, everyone, give me an animal handling check.
16.
19.
2.
7.
I also have a -2.
Okay, so this first round, I'll just go in order that I have it down. Sawyer, your fish is kind of like looking around at something else, is like kind of slow off the bat. You only go 60 feet. Beans, your fish like blasts ahead and you go 100 feet. Morrigan, your fish is kind of like right, perfect. You stay at 80 feet. Esta, yours is pretty slow, 60 feet. You guys see that Igneous and the other elf, her name is Raven, all blast ahead and are neck and neck with Beans. So they're all in front. And then Sapphire, the dwarf, is tied with Morrigan. She kind of got off pretty normally. Now I need someone to roll me a d8 and tell me what you get.
Who's feeling lucky?
Campbell's looking around in there.
Feeling lucky.
Yeah.
We're so lucky that everything works out for us. We're so lucky that everything works out for us.
This is called manifesting.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
it up. We're so fucking lucky that everything
What
works
if
out
it's
for
like
us.
you take 8 points of damage?
Okay. Well, okay. I am going to read what is supposed to happen, and then
Shut up.
and then we're gonna read, and then we're gonna do another roll. The saddle of one of the fish comes loose and falls off. The fish's jockey must succeed on a DC 15 Dex saving throw to remain atop the fish. On a failed save, the jockey falls off and the fish continues to race on its own.
Me?
Okay, no. So we're gonna do roll a D8 because there are 7 people who were really following
so
here.
that was in
So
the
let's
one?
assign your mics So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Igneous will be 5, Sapphire will be 6, and then Raven will be 7. And then
We're
8,
so lucky that everything works out for
We
us.
want to roll high.
8 will be one of the random guys who's also racing falls off.
There's random guys also.
Yeah, there's like random. They're not going to miss out on a fish race.
That's true.
On a Norway Lingua.
So
Lucky that everything works out for us.
We're so lucky that everything
You want
works
high.
out for us. The dice.
You can roll it again. So we want a 5 or higher on this.
Yeah. Well, 8
we're
was
so
8
lucky.
was
We're
8
so
not the
lucky.
random guy?
5 or higher is one of the girls. Or
We're
a
so
random
lucky
guy?
that everything works out for us.
It's a 6!
It's
A
a 6.
Okay.
Yes.
That means that the dwarf Sapphire, she's gonna have to roll a strength save. She has a +3 to her strength, and she rolled a 12 on the die, so she got a 15. She stays on. Okay. Roll.
Sapphire.
Where she you see that her saddle falls off and she starts freaking out a little bit, and then she kind of rights herself because she's so strong, and then she hears Beans say that and she's like, thank you very much, and she gives you a thumbs up. All right, everyone roll
Good sportsmanship, everyone.
an animal handling check again.
Graded, everyone.
Do we get any action in the midst of this? Is there any sort of initiative?
I'll say in each round you can do something if you want. I'll say you can get one action. No bonus action, nothing crazy.
Oh.
What'd you get?
If I get a critical 20, do I still get a -2?
A critical 20.
Wait, what the? I can't.
I love it. I love it. I don't want you to
natural
change it. I don't want you to change how you say it. What did you say earlier? A negative failure. I don't want you to
critical
change it.
20.
Oh my god.
I'll say it's an auto pass either way, but also you'll get a little bit extra because it's a nat 20. Okay, so let me write some shit down real quick. Oregon, what'd you get?
An 18.
Beans, what'd you get?
7.
7. Sawyer, what'd you get?
I was gonna ask if I put it. I still have my mage hand.
Okay.
So if I position it in front of my fish, cutting through the water, to make a wake for myself to go through, can I get advantage?
I'll say on
What
this,
would that do?
I would say on this one round, you're gonna give me a deception check because nobody else has done anything risky yet. You're gonna do a deception check so no one sees you, and then you can add 3 to your roll.
Okay. So for the deception, it's gonna be an 11.
Okay, and then add 3 to whatever roll you did for your animal handling.
So that's a 14.
You look over at Miss Gray to make sure that it's okay that you do this, and she's writing stuff on her notebook. She didn't notice you.
Okay.
So Sawyer, with your 14, you just get the normal amount, so the fish does pretty well. You're at 140. Beans, since you were slower this round, you're now at 160. Morrigan, you did very well. You're now at 180. And then Esta, with that nat 20, you went even further than a good thing would get you. So now you're at 182. So you and Morrigan are neck and neck in the front. However, very short after, Igneous, who keeps rolling very well, did very well also and is at 200. So she's in front of you.
Oh my god.
Sapphire, the little dwarf,
right, okay,
she did with her saddle all messed up. She slowed down, so she's at 140. She is back with Sawyer at the back. And then Raven, the tall elf, is tied with Morrigan and Esta at 180. Somebody roll me a d8. We'll do another surprise.
We're so lucky that everything works out for us.
6.
Okay, this is good. Maybe. So one random fish is bolstered by the cheering crowd and moves an extra 20 feet this round. So roll me another d8 to see who it is.
We're so lucky that everything works out for us.
Yes, it's a 1.
A 1? Okay.
It's Esta.
It is. No, it's Sawyer. I have you. Oh, no. Yeah.
It's
I went with the
Esta.
mic.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it's Esta.
I wish it was, but that's okay. It's just because I'm selfish.
I have a different listed on here, but yes, it's the
How
mic.
far?
So Sawyer, an extra
my
20 feet.
equestrian
So
experience.
you are now tied with Igneous at 200.
Oh,
Okay. Roll me more animal handling.
Oh, God.
Nat 20!
good. That 20.
Oh!
Okay, let me get those down.
I got a
real quick.
critical 1.
Critical.
That's a negative failure.
fail.
I got a negative failure.
Esta, what'd you get?
A 4.
Okay.
Critical 4.
Oh my god. After your fish just got boosted.
It's okay.
They did not have a super great round this turn.
I forgot to mention my largemouth bass quickleaf is bioluminescent.
It is.
But it's
It is the
daylight.
middle of the day.
Bioluminescent. You didn't say that at the beginning.
It's also daytime, so we'll never know that.
Oh my god, it's called Yes and, you guys.
No, it's called no.
No, but you're not bioluminescent.
No, you can be. We just don't know.
I'm gonna start announcing them not in like that order. I'm gonna announce like who's at the back and then who's in first.
Okay.
So bringing up the rear with a nat 1, Sawyer, your fish. You fall off your fish for a second. And then you get underneath, and then you realize that is bioluminescent, and you're like, oh shit, it's actually glowing in the dark. And then
Like enchanted.
just in front of Sawyer is Sapphire, who's still not doing really well with her saddle off. Next is Raven. She's doing okay, but she hasn't been doing great. And then next is Esta, just right in front of Raven at 260. And then tied for second are Beans and Igneous, who are moving at a solid 280. And then in front now at 300 is Morrigan.
Yes.
So y'all,
go.
team whatever the hell, is now in front.
Baked me.
Roll me a D8 and tell me what it is.
I'll do it.
I'm zooming. We're so lucky that everything worked out for us. We're so lucky that everything that works out for us.
Lucky.
8.
Uh-oh.
That means someone's saddle falls off. Roll me another D8.
Oh my god, I hope it's me.
We're so lucky that everything works out for us. We're so lucky that everything works out for us.
No,
Oh!
not. It is a 2. And
A
it
2,
is,
so
I'm
that's
sorry,
Morrigan.
directly targeted.
Morrigan, you feel your saddle slip and fall underneath you. Give me a strength saving throw. And also the one in front too.
We're still so lucky that
It's a
everything
DC
works out
15. No, it's not strength, it's dex 15.
You can do it.
Okay, well, I got a 19 off the bat.
Ooh, I bet you're
Okay,
gonna make
good
it.
save.
Plus 4, so 23.
Plus 4.
Nice.
Yeah, no, you get that. Easy. DC 15. Your saddle starts to fall off. It like slips out from beneath you as like your fish goes over like a big wave, and then you like catch your board that's underneath you, the thing that you're surfing on, and like put it underneath you, and then latch it back to the reins, and you're still in first.
I'm so sexy.
Everyone, it is now round 3 or 4. Give me your rolls.
Come on.
23.
Okay.
I got a negative crit.
Negative crit again.
Yes.
11. I was
2 nat ones. What are the odds?
So bringing up the rear still is Sawyer at 240 with 2 negative failures in a row. And then just in front of her, though, is Sapphire, who did a little bit better this round. Good for Sapphire. Next is Raven at 320. She's doing pretty well. And then it is Esta at 330. Beans just in front of her at 360. Morrigan and Igneous are actually tied at 380. Morrigan, since it wasn't a nat 20, you just got like the regular, like really good stat. But Igneous also got really good. So y'all are at 380 right now.
Create
Actually,
a little...
no.
Let's
That-
play
I did-
Little Dirty now.
I did math wrong. She should be at 360. She's actually tied with Beans. Okay, D8.
Maybe we start playing
A 5.
Dirty soon? I don't know.
That's something new. Okay. It's like very snail oriented, so I'm gonna make it fish oriented. So out of nowhere, a giant whale comes out, and your it doesn't like hit anybody. It's off in the distance, and somebody's fish just stops and watches the whale jump out, breach out of the water. Give me a D8 and see which fish, and will not move the next round.
We are so
Oh my God.
lucky that everything works out for us.
Is it one?
Yeah.
Oh, Esta.
It's okay. It's okay. You're like third in the pack though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
now
you're
everybody's gonna pass me.
We got to count
Yeah.
on Oregon.
I know, but it's just one of us has to.
Who's
cross the
behind
finish
me?
line.
Sapphire?
Pretty much everyone is behind you. I mean, Sapphire's right behind you.
Second, I'm tied.
Who else from the other team
Yeah.
is behind me?
You guys are second.
Sapphire and Raven. Oh no, Raven is right behind
Raven.
you. Sapphire is way behind.
Raven's right behind me. I'm going to cast Gust. It's a transmutation cantrip. I seize the air and compel it to create a following effect. I'm going to choose to try and knock Raven
Yeah.
5 feet back off of her saddle with the wind. She needs to succeed on a strength saving throw above a 13.
Okay, she'll do that right now. She misses, so that's a 6. I'll say Raven falls off of her fish. Give me a deception check. I'll say, like, because it worked is going to be hard.
You got it. You're so deceptive.
I am. I got a 13.
Okay, we're going to keep moving. Everyone
No one
roll.
noticed.
Everyone roll your animal handling checks.
You guys think I'll get another critical?
Except for Esta, I guess, because you're not going to move.
Oh.
Your fish is watching the thing.
I rolled a negative failure anyways.
Nat
No, you
20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh, yes! I got a 16, and for me, that's really good.
I got a 10.
Okay. So, I'll narrate. Narrate. I'll narrate what happens as Raven falls off of her fish.
Yes.
Esta's fish has stopped looking at this whale, and this like towards the end of the race, and then Sawyer, you are booking it. You are like pretty much the one in the back who is still moving.
Never give up!
But actually, like you're still behind. Yeah, no, you are still behind Esta because you're at 320 and she's at 330. And then
Esther, are you okay?
Morrigan, as you slow down, you hit 450. Igneous, she did pretty well, but she like looked back and saw Esta push Raven off of the fish. And with that, Beans starts soaring past her. She is going to try to cast Gust of Wind on you, Beans. You're going to have to do a DC 14 strength save to stay onto your fish.
on, Beans.
As you try to go past her at 450.
Yes. Be at 22.
Okay,
Nice.
you she like blast this gust of wind at you, but it's like she doesn't calculate it right, and it goes right behind you. So it almost like gives you. It looks like your fish is going like super fast as like the water gets kicked up, and you race across the finish line, which is like in front of the crowd. And
I feel the gusts go through my tail, so I kind of know what happened, and
Yeah.
I just give her a slight butt shake. It's like,
Yeah.
the crowd erupts. Igneous like throws her stuff down.
B-E-A-N-S, go Beans!
B.
B-A!
B-E-A-N-S, go Beans!
B-E-A-N-S, go Beans!
The crowd runs up to Beans, lifts him up on their shoulders.
doing the muscle pose.
They're chanting the BEANS Beans chant, and then the other racers pull up to the shore, and
Can I take a joyride?
you actually like you get off your fish, and your fish like looks at you, and as you're like, can I get a joyride? And they're like,
All right, I hop back on my fish and I go, woo!
okay, you take a ride on your fish one last time. You go through the track. You guys come back.
I
and
collapse to the ground and start like kissing the sand.
And then-
I'm gonna stick to Arcana Ball from now on.
The elder takes you guys up to the cottage, where the other team takes off their stuff, and then they go to old Fish Boy's shack.
Now rightfully won our spot.
Better
And
luck next time, guys.
I will say Miss Gray comes in and looks at you all and says, "All right, that was an event that I don't think we needed to have, but it sure was exciting.
Miss Gray, I humbly disagree with you.
Well, that's okay. You know, you're entitled to that opinion.
I feel like we learned a lot. We could think of this as like a field trip.
Yeah,
Maybe
You know,
extra
really
credit?
hands-on.
extra credit.
Extra
Yeah,
credit if something was
Um,
getting graded that we just did.
yeah. I know. I'll consider that.
See Morgan in the back
I'll
doing
talk to
like
Principal
muscle
Pad.
poses. She's like,
Principal Pad.
Yeah.
Sounds like a G.
That's weird. So I'll talk. Maybe I'll talk to the principal about if we can get something for y'all. Well, anyway, tonight, whenever the sun goes down, show up whenever you like to the bonfire. Once again, I'm sorry that it happened to be your hut, but it seems like you guys had the longer straw with this nice full cottage.
More like the hard-earned victory.
But yeah, show up to bonfire tonight, and we'll have an orientation of what tomorrow's going to look like as we make our way to Frogmont from the village, and then we'll all go to sleep. So you guys take your time here, decompress, short rest if you need to, and then I'll see you down at the bonfire.
can you tell the other team my sincerest gratitude for them being really bad at fish riding?
That
There's no need
I
to
was
tell them
gonna say
that.
that started off very nice and good sportsmanship, but I'll tell them, great job. I need to go see them and probably fix some of the holes in that hut if they want to have a good night's sleep.
Is there going to be food at the bonfire?
Oh yes, like allowed to be food. Yeah, we've cooked up some.
I'm famished.
Yeah, we'll have some food cooked up for you all. All right, ladies, take a rest here, and I'll see you down at the bonfire.
Thanks, Miss Gray.
You guys see she leaves, she walks down, and you guys are in this cottage. Is there anything you guys want to do before you guys take I assume you guys probably want like a short rest or something like that.
I would love a short rest.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I pilfer?
If you want to look, sure.
Yeah, I do want to look. That's an 11.
Okay. You find some little shampoos and conditioners that kind of.
Oh, I love those.
I shove them in my bag and Sawyer's bag, and I'm like, boom, boom.
So y'all get up in your beds. The sun's going down, and y'all take a short rest. And like short rest doesn't mean like you're sleeping, but like you guys are all just kind of hanging out. Give me perception checks.
I got a 14.
I also got a 14.
Well, it's a 3. I'm doing skincare. I'm brushing my hair. It's a mess. I have changed clothes, reapplied makeup, like everything.
Beans is meditating and journaling his feelings.
In my journal, I've written my sportsmanship mantra, and I have one for when I win and one for when I lose, and I'm reading over it and repeating it to myself.
Sawyer.
Morgan is meditating.
Are you asking what Sawyer's doing?
Perception.
Are you asking... Oh, hard loss. It's a 14 on perception.
Wow, 3 14s. It takes you guys a little bit to hear something. You guys think you hear some like footsteps coming up to the cottage, but then like you don't really check it out, and then they kind of get right up to the cottage door, but then y'all don't hear anything else after that.
Does the cottage have any other doors besides the front door?
Sorry.
It has a back door.
Can I go out the back door and like kind of come around and like see who it is?
Yeah, sure.
Beans is going to like just grab his double-bladed scimitar and set himself up in like guard position right at the edge of the door.
So you are set up outside the door. What are Esta and Morgan doing?
I rolled a 3. I'm in the middle of eyeliner. I don't even know.
You're getting ready. Yeah, you're getting ready for the party tonight.
I'm in the middle of the room. I like kind of roll out of bed and I go, hello.
Jesus Christ.
So Sawyer, I'll say how do you think you're approaching this? Are you being like very cautious? Do you think you're like stealthing, or do you think you're like taking your time, or is it like a quick?
I think I'm stealthing because Sawyer's first instinct is that the girls are raiding us. Like they're
Okay.
gonna come TP us.
Yeah.
You know, so she's like stealthing. She thinks that she's gonna catch him trying to like throw a roll over the roof or something.
Okay.
That's what she's anticipating.
Give me. So you're not even like going to the front. You're just waiting.
I want to inch out the back door and like if nobody's around that corner, like continue around the next corner.
Okay.
And, like try to catch
Yeah.
him.
So you go around that corner. No one's there. The next corner is like the front of the house. Do you want to peek around that corner?
Yeah, I want to peek around and
Okay.
see if anybody's standing.
Give me a stealth check.
17.
Okay. As you turn the corner, you see something really weird that kind of shocks you. You see at your door, Pelagius. He's like in front. And then behind him is this very tall figure wearing a cloak. And then like the cloak drops down and it becomes like very small. And then its hands are like around Pelagius, and then it just disappears. And
Before I can
you
react?
like something, because you were like taking your time
Yeah,
going
no,
around the
that's
corner, and then like a little thing drops on the ground, and then you see like Pelagius's mom and dad running up to the hut, going like, Pelagius, are you going to get the team yet? And they're running up. What do you do?
It wasn't me.
What wasn't you?
Somebody just grabbed Pelagius and disappeared into thin air.
What did you?
Can I go run forward and see what drops?
Yeah. You kind of make this ruckus, you see like Miss Gray, who was down at the bonfire, like looks up and starts coming up as people are yelling.
Can I hear through the door and open it?
Yeah, you guys hear Sawyer yell this, and you open the door, and you guys are all out there with Pelagius' family. Sawyer, you go to the ground, you pick up this thing that was dropped, and it is a gold pendant with the face of a bullywug on it. You are looking down at this thing, and Pelagius' parents go like, what is that? What happened? What is that? What
Is Miss Gray approaching?
Yeah.
Okay, and I say, okay, is this some sort of like test for a grade? Because you guys are really messing with Big P a lot.
Where did you get that? How did you find that?
Whoever grabbed Big P and disappeared, they dropped this.
Somebody grabbed that, and she holds out her hand to you.
Wait, what is it?
Give me a second. I'm not going to take it from you. She holds it in her hand. She looks at it, and then she like digs into her little pockets that she has. She has a vest on. She takes out something, and it is like the same gold pendant with a bullywug's face on it. And she was, this isn't mine, but this is the pendant that every faculty at Frogmont has.
So somebody
this is
who
a
works at
faculty's-
Frogmont captured Big P?
Well, I mean, they were offering 10,000 gold for him, so it does kind of make sense that somebody would find out about it and then steal him.
Hang on. Why? I don't want to pry, but why is Big P so important? Maybe it would help us understand why a Frogmont official would steal him?
You see the look on Miss Gray's face is like the same kind of like questioning that you guys have. The mom and dad look at each other really concerned, and then you guys see Elder Sori walking up with like a very grave face on, and she just says, "Where is Pelagius?" And that is where we will end this session.
What's up, gang? Thank you so much for listening to Gals and Goblins. Don't forget to rate the podcast, leave a review if you can, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and join our Discord. All of that can be found in the show notes. If you leave a review, I'll read it like this one. Thank you to Mudkip Ninja. It is so refreshing to have gals in a podcast. Each character has so much lovable energy, and each player has so much connection to one another. The GM has filled this world with rich storytelling and distinctive NPCs with the voice acting. You know, I try. This podcast has so much adventure, and I cannot wait to hear more. Thank you so much for the review and the rating, and tune in next week to hear more on Gals and Goblins.